Welcome to the AI for Career Success video overview by Curt Robbins, where we help you get smarter than your competition. Today, we're analyzing the strategic battle between OpenAI and Apple, drawing on reporting from the Wall Street Journal and insights from recent discussions among industry professionals on LinkedIn. You know, a statement like that from OpenAI's CEO really reframes the entire conflict. This isn't just about a simple chatbot rivalry. No, this is a fundamental challenge to the future of our digital interfaces. So, to really understand what's at stake, we have to begin with OpenAI's grand vision. At its core, OpenAI's long-term goal is to evolve ChatGPT from what we know as a chatbot into a comprehensive AI-driven operating system, one that's actually designed to supplant the smartphone. The ambition here is massive. It's about moving beyond tapping on individual apps. Instead, you'd interact with a single conversational AI that orchestrates all these different services on your behalf. This really highlights the paradigm shift OpenAI is proposing. We're talking about a move away from Apple's familiar, highly controlled app-focused model to something that's integrated, agent-centric, and entirely conversational. Okay, so that's the vision. But as you can imagine, it starkly contrasts with the current user experience, which, as analysis shows, is often quite clunky and inefficient. And that's the big question, right? Because as testing from the Wall Street Journal reveals, that promise of seamless integration is, well, it's still pretty far from reality. In a lot of these cases, instead of removing friction, the system actually adds extra steps. Take Uber, for example. It can estimate a price for you, sure, but it can't book the ride. It just redirects you to a web page where you have to start over and re-enter all your information. And what's really telling is that the chatbot itself acknowledged its own system's failures during testing. I mean, that's a candid, almost comical admission of its current limitations. So the crucial point here is that the system, as it stands, kind of undermines its own core premise. It requires you to know these precise, non-intuitive magic incantations just to work, which really defeats the whole purpose of a natural language interface. Now, amidst all these issues, there is one notable success story that shows what's possible, and that's the Instacart integration. But its success actually reveals just how difficult this vision is to pull off. This particular integration works beautifully, but what's important to understand is that this success wasn't easy to achieve. It really is the exception that proves the rule about the immense challenge of deep integration. 3 months. That's how long it took for a joint development team from both OpenAI and Instacart just to get this one integration working the way it should. And this really illustrates the problem, doesn't it? To make it work, it required this incredible level of effort. We're talking shared offices and direct executive intervention to break data logjams. That kind of hands-on approach is simply not scalable across an entire ecosystem of thousands of apps. So, the takeaway here is pretty clear. There is a significant gap between OpenAI's vision for a post-app future and the current execution of its app system. And on top of all that, let's not forget that OpenAI is not operating in a vacuum. You have intense competition from rivals like Google's Gemini, which leads on key benchmarks, and Anthropic's Claude with its very strong enterprise integrations. That just adds enormous pressure to execute flawlessly. Ultimately, what is at stake here is control over the next generation of toll booth economics. The real prize is determining who will own that primary gateway to our online services, and of course, who gets to collect the fees, a role Apple currently dominates with its App Store. Thank you for watching. This is where we teach you AI and help you get smarter than your competition. We recommend you subscribe to the AI for Career Success YouTube channel. Please do like, comment, and share this overview to help us reach a wider audience.